Hello guys, this is Teacher Anne and today we'll be looking at cube roots. In a previous video, we already looked at cubes and we said that a cube of a number is the number multiplied by itself 3 times. So if you ask yourself, what is the cube of 5? You're going to take 5 times 5 times 5 to get 120. Now, today we are going to be looking at cube roots, and basically the cube roots are the reverse. From 125, how are we going to get 5? But before we proceed, kindly like, share and subscribe. So you can see that in the first example, we are finding the cube root of 216. And we are using the factors to get the cube root. So which factors multiplied will give us 216? We can see there we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. So the first step is to pick one number from every group of 3's. So here we have 2 times 2 times 2. So from that group, we'll pick only 1, 2. Then we have 3 times 3 times 3. And from that group, we'll pick 3. So we'll be multiplying 2 by 3 to get 6. This means that the cube root of 216 is 6. Now, let us look at the next example, which is a fraction. We are supposed to find the cube root of 64 over 125. So this is what we'll have, 64 over 125. So for this case, we are supposed to get the cube root of 64 on its own and the cube root of 125 on its own. Now we'll find the factors of 64 and we will find the factors of 125. The factors of 64 will have cube root of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and the factors of 125 will have 5 times 5 times 5. So the next step is to pick one number from every group of 3's. So let us look at this. For this one, we'll pick 2 times, for this other group, we will pick 2 over, we only have one group here of 5, so we'll pick 5. Therefore, the answer here will be 4 over 5. And that will be the cube root of 64 over 125. Let us look at the next example. We have the cube root of 0.125. So if you have a question like this that involves decimal numbers, you're going to convert it into a fraction. So 0.125 will be 125 all over 1000. So we have to find the cube root of that. So the cube root of 125 on its own and the cube root of 1000 on its own. So what is the cube root of 125? We've already calculated that in our previous example. We found that to be 5 all over the cube root of 1000 is 10. If you don't want to use the factors, you can just calculate the cube root directly from the calculators, since we have no cube root tables in our mathematical tables. So if you look at this, you can simplify it. You can simplify it to get 1 over 2 if you ask for the simplified version of the answer. Now, this next example is asking us to work with unknowns. So you're being asked for the cube root of w raised to 6, y raised to 3. So you are going to really expand that. So let us start with w raised to 6. It's going to go all the way. We have w this is w raised to 6. Make sure it is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we have y raised to 3 times y raised to 3. So we are going to pick one from every group of 3's. For the first one, we have 1, 2, 3. We'll pick w from here. Then we have 1, 2, 3, another w from here, and 1, 2, 3, a y from here. So your answer will be found with w times y. So what is w times w? This is w squared times y. So our answer is w squared y. That is the cube root of w squared y cubed. And finally, the last example, which is a word problem. The volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed, where r is the radius. Find the radius when the volume is 38.808 cubic centimeters. Pi is 22 over 7. So here we are being told that volume is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. And what is the volume? The volume is 38.808 cubic centimeters. This will be equivalent to 4 over 3 times, what is our pi? 22 over 7 times r cubed. We do not have r. That is what we are trying to look for. Now we are going to work this out so that we have 38.808 is equal to 4 times 22 is 88, all over 3 times 7 is 21 times r cubed. The next step is to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 88 all over 21. So for this, we'll multiply this side by 21 over 88. and this side will also take it multiplied by 21/88. This will give us, let us start with the unknowns. R cubed is equivalent to 21/88 times 38.808 should be giving you 9.261. Now, to get R, we are supposed to get the cube root of both sides. What will we do? We will be changing this into a fraction. So what is 9.261 as a fraction? We are supposed to get the cube root of 9,261 all over 1,000. So you get the cube root of 9,261 should be getting here to be 21 all over the cube root of 1,000 is 10. So in this case, the radius is going to be 2.1 centimeters. Do not forget the units. The units are very important. If you have any questions you would like us to discuss together, you can put them in the comments. Have a good week.